Welcome to Bachman Builds. This is my first video for my channel for Bachman Builds. Bachman Builds is a channel for people that love to build things, specifically people who like to build things out of nothing, like stuff you have laying around, or building things from items that are used for other things, multiple uses, being creative. You can find a lot of inexpensive ways to build things by doing that. But here we have today is nothing to build. This is the Eagle Eye live imaging by Lowrance. This is a new unit. I've been looking at forward-facing units for years now. They're very expensive. I consider everything I do is like on a budget. I look at money all the time, and this came out, and I've been looking into it a lot. And there's a lot of really good videos on YouTube that show you the differences between Lowrance's full-functioned units in Hummingbird, and our dog is whining. Welcome to our channel. We have a whining wiener dog. But anyways, back to this. This has less functions as far as the area that you can see the bottom and the fish. It's limited, more limited, but to me, for one-third the price, this is well worth the unit. And I was super impressed. A lot of the videos I've seen on YouTube is the definition and the speed of the reaction of like your lure and the fish is actually way better than a lot of the Garmin ones I've seen. But anyways, I got this unit because it's my first forward-facing, and it's reasonable. It's something to start with. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this. And what leads this into the channel is I'm just going to do an unboxing, but I want to build my own shuttle. I've done it before for some other liquid crystal graphs in the past. And I'm going to make a big shuttle, lithium shuttle for this because they're super expensive, and do it somewhat on a budget. And that'll be my coming videos. Also, the poles for these are quite pricey, $100 to $300 something dollars for the poles for your live sonar transducers. I'm going to lead into an option for that on a budget too. So those are upcoming videos. Anyways, unboxing this, we're just going to go through the packaging on these things are insane nowadays. Getting them out of the box, sleeve out, is quite the challenge. As you can see, it's like a two-person job almost. Almost. Packaging's very good. Got everything here. Let's get started. Basically, your typical fast intro to any electronic device nowadays. In this box here, you'll have the forward-facing sonar. And what's nice about this new system, it's a lot more streamlined system. The cable and all that is a lot easier to deal with. This is your power cord, and you don't have to switch the angles all the time between down and forward facing on active. You just do it on the graph, which is one feature that's amazing. It comes with different brackets. Here's your bracket for the actual head unit. Hardware for you got brackets and your hose clamp on your I think of it, the trolling motor setup if you want to use that. So you got all the different options. And the head unit. This is a 9-inch. Bracket, and we'll get into all putting it together in a future video. I'm going to see what system's going to work best for this as far as a shuttle. What I've used in the past, I've had Lowrance my whole life. This is a very basic, very cheap setup with a cheap cooler, and I have a lithium battery, and everything's kind of self-contained. This is one of the first things I did. Is very simple, basic, just to get you out there. The cooler's insulated, which helps with batteries to keep the temperature where you need to be to help them last longer in the cold weather, because their batteries are always temperamental to temperatures. So that's just a very basic thing. This is what I did with my Hummingbird 5. And this is what we're going to be leading to a bigger version of this for this in the future, my next videos. This one I made, this is a Harbor Freight, like a Pelican box. There are knockoffs of that. I have lighting I put on for at night for night fishing, glowing your lures. I got switches, waterproof switches for powering up the unit, and I have a USB here for charging your phone, or I have a cheap GoPro style camera for videoing yourself or your screen if you want to. This one has a nice voltage display and a power off button. The voltage is nice, but it's not completely accurate, to be honest, because I have lithium, and it'll show voltage through the whole range, and lithiums are made to shut off at a certain voltage, and you can kind of see that drop and know if you're going to run out. Typical puck, for ice fishing, has glued a tray on there to keep it in place. Inside, I have lithium battery and all my wiring, and I have a fused source. Side, I have, I can't think of the port, but these are specific 12 volt ports for charging. They're on a lot of charging units. They're on your solar panel systems. This is a waterproof setup where I charge my unit. I just leave this closed. You can plug it and charge. I don't have any diodes in this, so it goes back and forth. So technically I could plug into this and use this as a battery source if needed for anything you want. You could put a flashlight on here if you want a corded flashlight or something in that manner. So the reason I'm showing you this is just this is my very first one with the Pelican cases. I love it. It's lasted years. And I'm just going to make a bigger one for this unit with more batteries and more switches and stuff, and I'll be more detailed on the build of that. So going from unboxing to kind of showing what's happened in the next videos. The video after that, building the shuttle for this, we'll be dealing with the forward sonar transducer that the poles I mentioned, you put in the water so you can turn your directions in that. I have something that I purchased I think will be very inexpensive and work amazing for that. So if anybody's on a budget like myself, I think it'll work good. So that'll be down the road. So it'll be a series here for this build. So anyways, this is Bachman Builds. This is the start of it. I'm hoping to put out more videos as I can. And if you want to see more of this stuff, like and subscribe, as everybody says. Follow me, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video.